transgender people are playing God. Hey everyone, my name is Ashton Colby. You found this channel because you want to learn more about transgender experience beyond the physical aspects of the body. You want to talk about the intellectual, emotional, spiritual, beautiful changes that are incredible for trans people, that the physical aspects may have just been a catalyst to dive deeper into. Awesome. I am going to talk about more of those things. I am a yoga teacher in training right now, so I'm going to provide some guided meditations, some yoga to release trauma related to gender dysphoria, all those beautiful things. So you should subscribe if 2018 you're looking to really soak up some new perspectives about being transgender. So yeah, the biggest thing that I hear from a lot of Christian fundamentalist people is that transgender people are playing God, or even if they're not Christian, they're whatever. They just say that transgender people are playing God. What they don't realize is that as I've transitioned and as I've, over the last 5 years, been on and off testosterone and got my chest surgery and all those things and become this person that you see, I've gotten closer to alignment with exactly the person that I know I'm meant to be. And feeling good is feeling God. Feeling in alignment with your expression on all levels, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, and physically. It's all aligning with your higher purpose. Call it God, call it love, call it the universe, whatever. It's all the same. And to think that me being able to express myself in this way is somehow out of alignment with God, or that I'm playing God, it's really... I've been listening to the voice of love that's been guiding me this whole time that says, you've got more to express, you've got more to show the world, you're not living up to your full expression of your highest self right now as you were 5 years ago, as I was presenting as a really sad girl who wouldn't leave the dorm room, would just go to class and shut the door because I was living two different people, who I internally saw myself as, how everybody else saw myself, how I felt in my soul, and how I was being grounded in my body, and how I was expressing myself through my words, and my thoughts were all disconnected. And there's no way for me to be in alignment with love, with the universe, with God, what have you, if I am so going all these different directions. So to say that I'm playing God because I'm changing my body, and that God put me in this body and so I have to stay in this body, and that if I were to change the way that I was born, then I'm somehow messing with, you know, the alignment of what God had put me on this earth to be. I know that any God worth following, any love, any higher purpose, any beacon of divinity, any truth, any guiding light in this earth worth basing your faith in, would not want any individual, myself included, to suffer in disconnection from their body, whether it be gender presentation or whatever, the way that I was feeling, and would only want to see all of the humans on this earth to be able to express themselves fully. I'm a better person because I've allowed myself to do this transition, this gender transition, and express myself as a transgender person. I was an asshole before. Because how can I express myself fully in love and love myself if I literally, and love other people? Love other people is really the key here. You can't love other people unless you have a capacity to love yourself. And if you are so berated with these disconnecting thoughts of trying to force yourself into everyone else's perception, you're going to be so paper thin and fake and tired and worn out, and you're going to be a jerk to people. And until you really claim what is meant for your life, and it may make some people uncomfortable, I've said this on my channel before, it may make some people uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean you're hurting them. And in the long run, being able to step into that and step out of who you think you had to be in order to make everybody else happy, you can actually show up more fully in your life and live from this heart space and give love to everyone else that you come in contact with, because you're loving yourself enough to say, I'm not going to compromise anymore. This is who I am. This is what I need to do to align with myself in order to show up more fully in my life. That's what it's about. And for people to bring God into this and try to disconnect me from the highest source of truth and compassion that has only made me a more loving, empathetic, gentle, tender, more caring individual, if you can't even recognize that in me, if you can't recognize the light and love in the way that I express myself now, how you can imagine I used to express myself when I was so disconnected, and you can't recognize the divinity in me, then you, whether you realize or not, are disconnecting yourself from that same source of love. You have to recognize the other person as yourself, and you have to have compassion for someone like me, especially if you don't understand, but at least try to say, what would it like to feel disconnected to your body like that? Oh, I really am going to push myself to expand, to have compassion for that, and recognize that if this person is so out of alignment with their body, then I can't do anything but show up fully and see them the way that they want to see themselves. And for myself as a transgender person, I'll put it right out here for you. This is exactly what I talk about on this channel, that the physical aspects of transition, it's just the beginning. It's just the catalyst. There's so much more work to do spiritually and emotionally and intellectually and all of that. But if the physical things, you have to change those, and that's a big block for you. You have to let people have the opportunity to unpack that and step into this, and then they can even have then the opportunity to show up spiritually deeper, show up emotionally deeper, and all of that. Because if you are cutting them off from their body and saying you can't even, like, well, I'm not even gonna let you feel safe and present in your body, how would you expect them to then show up fully for their spirit, for love, for God, for the divine? You have to let people have the opportunity to align the biggest things and feel safe in their body and grounded here, and then you can take it deeper. And that's what this whole channel is about. So I'm going to resonate with you on that I get it. The physical aspects may appear shallow to people who don't get it and say you're playing God by changing the body or whatever, but it's so much more than that, and you have to see transgender people for that, and then transgender people have to recognize that it is more than just the physical changes. So it's both. And transgender people aren't playing God, because anything that you do in your life that's in alignment with your highest expression of yourself is in alignment with God. And we are all little baby gods on this planet, expressing and feeling and experiencing for God, to learn more about God and each other and humanity, and exchange ideas and show up with love fully and learn about love more and how we go deeper and all that. Like, playing God, like, on some level we are God, expressing God's self through human experience. We have to recognize that and let people claim their own power in that to express themselves fully as they are guided, and trust it, and trust them, and in trusting them, you're trusting God. There it is. So follow me on Instagram. It's Ashton James Colby. Twitter, all that, Facebook, all the beautiful things will be below. I want to hear from you. Let me know if this is resonating with you. I read all the comments. Tell me about your spiritual experience with being transgender. Do you think transgender people are playing God? It's cool if you do, because I'll talk to you about it and we can go there. Anyway, like and share these types of videos. It really helps my channel grow, and I'd love hearing from you. So my email is below. And until next time, stay awesome, because you already are awesome. You literally already are awesome. You are awesome. You're awesome for being here, alive, showing up, watching this video, breathing, being a conscious being, just sitting or walking or standing, wherever you are awesome. Just stay awesome. Have a great rest of your day.